basically now you're pulling the ICE agents out of these sanctuary cities, and you're setting precedent that it's okay to come here illegally and nothing will happen to you. How do we get past that and make sure that that's not the president now?
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Them pulling out of Minneapolis, I don't like that either. But I will say that, there needs to be a degree of appreciation for doing enforcement in blue cities and doing interior enforcement. This is something that I've never seen a president do. I worked under the Obama administration, under obviously Trump, Biden, and immigration is a dirty word. It's a catch-22, like it's a political hot potato that no one wants to deal with. So Trump coming in, shutting down the border, and then doing enforcement operations in these blue cities that historically have never honored detainers or assisted ICE with anything, it's unprecedented. So I do give him a little bit of charitability from that perspective, but yeah, we need to do more.
Do you think this will lead to even more illegal immigration?
I think it's going to embolden agitators to keep doing what they're doing in the blue cities for sure, yeah. I think them pulling out sets a bad precedent.
Thank you.
No worries, man. What's up?
It's good, Myron. So everyone's been asking you some questions that are definitely divisive. I'm hoping that maybe it could bring some people together with this one. So last year, we saw a lot of people from the left and the right coming together because of the genocide in Gaza. And Israel is just like constant berating of innocent people, as well as like their complete control over our own government. And I forget the guy's name, but he's the CEO, it's a mouthful. He's the CEO of the Conference of Presidents of American Jewish Organizations. He essentially said that he's happy about the ICE stuff because it's starting to pull attention away from Israel. People aren't really seeing the pictures in Gaza as much. People aren't really paying as much attention to what's going on with them. It's taking eyes away from the Epstein files. And I'm wondering what you think we could do to bring people back together like they were last year. Obviously there's a lot of people that are divided left and right here, but there's something that should bring us all together. The stuff that we all see in the Epstein files, the child abuse, that's not like a right thing. That's not a left thing. That's a rich politician thing that happened on both sides. So like, how can we bring people back together? And, obviously like the ICE stuff is going to bring us apart.
Yeah, I mean, the Israel situation is unique because I've never once seen people from the far right and people from the far left agree on a topic. But I do think it's important to understand that they agreed on the topic for different reasons. So from the left-wing perspective, it's more of a humanitarian crisis, genocidal apartheid state posing or cosplaying as a democracy. From the right-wing perspective, it's invasion of our foreign policy, our nationalism, Jewish control of America. So though they both kind of came to the same conclusion, they came to that conclusion through different ways. And I do think it's important to identify why. But I do think it was good that it is good that we both kind of see eye to eye that support of Israel isn't really in our best interest in the United States. It really doesn't serve us at all. And even Nixon did a famous interview back in the 90s or 80s where he admitted that Israel's of no real strategic benefit for us. We only do it for a moral reason. And what that really translates to is a very rich, affluent, and powerful donor class that cares about Israel, which is why, we have the foreign policy that we have. And when you look at a lot of our Middle Eastern foreign policy, it was basically framed by Jewish Zionists. So, and we're just finding this stuff out now.
Do you think that we're kind of presented with a unique opportunity, though, as we see
For sure.
For sure. We should probably focus more on what brings us together rather than the things that pull us apart, in this moment.
For sure, but what I predict is I think there's going to be more censorship on that topic. They just bought TikTok. We're seeing them change community guidelines on certain apps. They're making the term Zionist now, protected class. So I predict that censorship is going to ramp back up on this topic. Now that the majority of the Gaza front has been done, they're definitely going to bring up the censorship.
So you think they're going to start arresting people that are critical of Israel?
They've already started with college students.
Well, I appreciate that. I just
worries,
think
man.
that this is we're in a really divisive time, but we have an opportunity with the Epstein files. The bad laundry has been exposed to essentially everyone, and instead of focusing on these, I'm not going to call them petty or menial because these issues do exist. They're real and they're obviously real to a lot of people. I think finding out that a majority of our politicians that run America are all pedophiles that are compromised by Israel, that should allow us to come together and have some sort of common, some middle ground.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's a problem that needs to be addressed from both sides because both the Democrats and the Republican Party are both owned by them. So I agree with you on that.
All right, Word, I appreciate it.
Sure, no problem. All right, what's up?
Myron, do you remember? Damn, hold on. Do you remember me from last time? Or no?
I'll be honest, man. No.
Okay, so I'm gonna just ask you. So
actually, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Okay, so since the last time we talked, have you eaten ass?
Oh, have I eaten ass?
Since the last time we talked,
dude, I don't even eat vagina.
Like, why? But you got to. It's a thing.
All right, so I'll tell you guys why. So number one, Valentine's Day is for simps, and then number two, the reason why you should never eat vagina is because women are inferior to men. So what ends up happening if you eat vagina is you show that through sexuality. Women want a guy who is dominant, masculine, and assertive. You look like a bitch when you lick vagina.
Okay, why do you think Valentine's Day is for simps?
Because the majority of men that participate in Valentine's Day and give women gifts and do all the simpy shit, that woman hasn't earned that.
So you're saying like through her actions, but you couldn't know that though. Like in their relationship, you couldn't know what she has done to deserve.
You could tell right away whenever you look at a couple or you see how a woman speaks to a guy or how she speaks about her guy. Most guys are simps and most guys like let their girl be the boss and make the decisions and they follow what their girlfriend or their boss says. Like that's all a bunch of faggotry. And guys need to like start like grabbing their nuts, telling women to shut up, telling them this is what we're gonna do. I'm planning this. I'm planning that.
If you enjoy my videos, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you want to create clips like these fast, try Opus Clips. It's smart, simple, and built for creators.